Hello everyone and welcome to another episode of Financial Freeway. I'm Dave Atwood, the man rocking the Ray-Bans. Thanks so much for stopping by and checking us out. Today Seth and I did the cold dip this morning, and again, I can't stress enough how amazing that is for the mind, for the body. I strongly recommend it for everybody. I do hear more and more people are getting into the cold immersion therapy concept, and it's good for you, so do it. Today I think what I want to talk about is saving versus investing, and it's really important to have both things going on when you are talking about building your wealth. Number one, you have to get your bills paid. You got to start living frugally, eating your own or cooking your own food as much as possible, dining in, saying no to the vape, no to the weed, cutting down the booze, and here we go, we got this, and just not going out that much, just staying in it every so often, and maybe not picking up the tab. It's a bad habit I used to do when I was younger. Is if I had a little extra cash, I'd pick up the tab for my friends because, well, I just wanted everyone to love me. So that was my love language. So stop doing stuff like that. You want to get into an investment situation as soon as humanly possible. You want to get into my goal, and what I think everyone should be reaching for, is get into a position where you're actually starting to invest in real estate and starting to realize some serious growth with real estate. But until then, if you're starting at zero, you got nothing, you do have to save. It's really important to have a savings account with about 6 months. I'd say minimum 3 months salary saved up in cash, or at least something that you can get your hands on really quick. Like, it may not be cash, it may be in a TSFA that you can get your hands on quickly. There are dangers in investing into a RSP or TSFA if you think you're going to need the money, because it can mess things up, because there is a limit to what you can put into those envelopes, those portfolios, if you will. So the best thing to do is to have just cash in as best as you can, have a high yield interest savings account as best as possible. Not easy in this day and age. A lot of banks are not giving much in the way of interest back to their customers, but shop around, see what you can do. But as I've said before, the first thing you should start off with is the what are you doing there, bro? Why is that guy rolling backwards? Yeah, okay. What's going on there? The first thing you want to do is get that coffee retirement plan set up. Start putting that $5 away every day into your RSP. Get that done. Start funding your pension plan. Even if you have a pension plan with the job you're currently at, it's never bad to have a couple of extra safeguards in place when it comes to your retirement. Get that out of the way. But once you've done that, you want to start saving as quickly and as aggressively as possible. As I've said before, if you have any high interest credit card debt or lines of credit or anything of that sort, start paying that off right away, because the high interest on that is eating into your future. And if you say you owe $1,000 on your credit card and you're paying 24% interest, that 24% is just like if you invested into a stock that gave you a 24% return on your investment. So it's really a great investment, but let's get it out of the way. Let's become debt free as quick as possible. Next, after that's done, and I mean really chunk it down, and the best way to do it is if you're making minimum payments, which you kind of have to. Here's what I did when I had credit card problems. Pick the credit card that has the least amount of money on it. And this is a common way of doing it. You hear a lot of financial advisors talk about this. Gather all your credit that you have to make minimum payments on, and take the smallest one and just chunk it down. You're still making your minimum payments on everything, but really focus on chunking down that small that small amount of principal that you own until it's zeroed out. Once it's zeroed out, once the credit card is zeroed off, get rid of the card. You need one credit card. I'll agree with that. I don't know why there's guys out there saying you don't need credit cards at all, but you still need one. You still need to book airplane tickets, hotel rooms, rent cars. Heck, even getting an Uber, you need a credit card. So don't get rid of them all, but get rid of the small one that you got rid of. You just want to have one credit card. This is kind of what I'm basically saying. Get rid of that one, and once you've got that credit card dealt with, take the minimum payments or all the payments you were making on that credit card, attach it to the next biggest, again on top of the minimum payment that you're already making on that one. And you're going to keep going through all your high interest debt, well, any debt at that, for that matter, with the same kind of approach. It's called a snowball. It's a snowball payment method, and you just keep adding it up. This is an easy way to do credit paybacks like that. It's something that's easy and it's palatable. Once you get to that point, you want to start taking all that money you were putting towards your credit cards. Now you're going to put into a savings account until you have a minimum 3 months or 6 paychecks stacked away. And that's going to be there for your emergency fund. You're still investing into your RSP the whole way along. You haven't stopped doing that. But once you get that 6 months, once you have that, that is your safety net, and that'll always be there to help you in case of some hard times that may or may not come up in the future. After that, once you got that 3 months, those 6 paydays put away, that's when you start throwing your money into some investments. And I won't go into it today, but on the next video or a couple videos down the road, I'll actually break down a really great investment strategy with how to diversify your portfolio. So as you're investing, you're mitigating your risk, but you're still leaving yourself open to the opportunity to great earnings if something happens in the market. Anyways, thanks so much for watching. If you haven't already, make sure you subscribe. It doesn't hurt you, it just helps me. It makes everything great. If you like what you saw, hit the thumbs up, really appreciate that. And finally, the most important thing is to share the good word. We want to share this with as many people as possible so everyone understands that a life of abundance is there for the taking. You just have to go for it. Thanks so much. God bless.